SIM card.
Testing one, testing two. Sound good? And here we are again, another Friday night in Beaumont, Texas, getting ready for Friday night football, where we have the Beaumont United Timberwolves taking on the Summer Creek Bulldogs. Feels really, really great outside tonight for this game. We have 4 minutes until the game actually starts. We know this is going to be a great game tonight, folks. Summer Creek has been having a great year, but Beaumont United, don't count them out. Understand, don't let the scores fool you. These kids have been really, really clawing and scratching and fighting. So, we know that there's nothing to hold them back tonight, and they have nothing to lose. So we look forward to the teams. We see the teams starting to come out of the locker room and going into the tunnels to get ready for tonight's game. Let's take a look at some stats and things on the year for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Oh, wow. Heard that, and man, wow. It's been a minute since I've heard the band playing, and wow, the band came in really, really strong right there. Kind of scared me a little bit when that band came on. But that just lets you know the band is hype, and I'm pretty sure the players are too, getting ready for tonight's game. Now we take a look at the Beaumont United Timberwolves. So far in the year, they're 1-6 and 0-4 in district.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Beaumont United Timberwolves.
Last week, took a brutal loss to C.E. King in Houston, but we know they'll be looking forward to really getting it back on track tonight. And the Summer Creek Bulldogs are 6-1 on the year. And when technology decides to go, they're 6-1 on the year and 3-1 in district. So far, Summer Creek has only had losses. Oh, hold on, let's see. Excuse me, folks, my computer is running a little slow today. All right, here we go. I think it's coming back up now. We see the teams have run through the tunnel, and Beaumont United has run through the tunnel. Summer Creek still coming out of the locker room. "55 seconds remaining until the start of the game here at Memorial Stadium in Beaumont, Texas. What's going on, Josh? It's good to see you in the building today, sir. How's your day been?
Marco, what's up, man?
Josh Lamb. It's great to have you in the building tonight, man. It's going to be a great game tonight.
Yeah, should be a good one, Marco.
We see Summer Creek coming through the tunnel right now, sprinting it down. 15 seconds remain, and we'll start the beginning of the game with the ROTC posting the colors. Speaking of which, I don't see them on the field.
I kind of heard you talking earlier, Marco, man, and I agree with you. The band being right there is kind of a little shocking surprise when they start playing because they loud.
Man, it's been a minute since I had heard the drums play. I thought something had exploded when all of a sudden it hit the drums and they started playing. I was like, wow, wait a minute. So, man, I thought that I was down there for a second.
Yeah, because they start with a bang, man.
Tell you what, man, this game here, man, it'd be nice to see Beaumont United started off with a bang. Also, you know, it's been a tough season for the United Timberwolves, although we've seen a lot of fight in the Timberwolves every time they've been here at the stadium.
And they've been dealing with injury issues and whatnot. So, you know, you got growing pains, man.
Well, definitely so. But I can tell you what, Gilbert Anderson has been doing a great job of trying to lead his team. And honestly, like I said, they've been scratching and clawing, and we've seen them play with a lot of heart and with a lot of love for the game, and they've never given up. So tonight, you know, it's nothing to lose. Pull out all the stops, and let's see what we can do tonight here at Memorial Stadium. We see the ROTC is on the field posting the colors. And while the band plays the national anthem for the posting of the colors, and there you have it, folks. The national anthem has played, and let's get ready for some football.
Favorite 6 words right there, Marco.
Let's get ready for some football.
Oh, yeah, man.
My favorite words are, let's get ready to go home. But tonight is going to be nice. It is a really nice night out on the field. Has a nice breeze going. Not too hot, not too humid. It should be great.
Introducing the officiating crew for tonight's game. Our head referee is Remy Smith. The umpire is Reavers Mack. Headline judge, Lance Johnson. Line judge, Dwayne Cooper.
Yeah,
Line
Marco,
judge, Chris Davis. Side judge, Chris Robinson. And the field judge, Trent Solti.
Should, like you said, Marco, it should be a good one, man. I'm interested to see, Beaumont United had an away game last week, so they're back home. This is their second to last
Captain
home
for
game.
Beaumont United, number 0 is Christy
Of course, their very last game, which will be senior night, is going to be at home as well. But
Antonio Lewis and
now
75
just
is
a tad
Boston
bit.
Davis.
Well, we know next week, Beaumont United will be taking on Westbrook.
Yeah, that's the one that everybody's interested in, Marco.
Definitely so, because, you know, that's a game of pride. It's not just a game of playing a game. You know, your crosstown rival, you want to make sure that you, take care of your business so that at least you have city bragging rights, right?
Right. And so then with should be an interesting game, and I'm interested in seeing next week and seeing them pack out the stadium, and they're going to do this whole big tailgate thing before the game. To anybody interested in coming out, they're going to have, believe it or not, they're going to have Rudy's Kebabs. Rudy's Kebabs, Marco. Now you're talking my language, Marco. They're going to have Rudy's Kebabs. Mind you, among others, but the one that stuck out to me, Marco, is Rudy's Kebabs. Because Hey,
What are they
man.
doing? Bringing in food trucks to do the tailgate and what have you?
Yeah, they're going to have food trucks out there. They're going to have a gaming truck for the kids. It's actually a friend of mine, Keenan Allison. He actually is an alumni of Central High School. Played baseball there, went to Wiley, and now he's a local businessman. He has a gaming truck. He actually did all the work himself. I actually know from inside information that he did all the work himself for the most part, everything that he could do. He had to, like the AC, he had to get that contract out and stuff like that. But it's a really nice gaming truck. I've had it at my house multiple times with my kids, so I'm interested in seeing the kids in the gaming truck and eating all the food. And I'm gonna tell you next week, Marco, I might have the itis because I'm gonna eat about 17 kebabs. I'm gonna go. If I'm not mistaken, I think Mabel's gonna be here. I'm gonna have to get that list, but
Man, that sounds like great. And we see the kickoff. Summer Creek kicks the ball off to Beaumont United, and after trying to get away from a couple of Summer Creek Bulldogs, they take him down at the 14-yard line, where Beaumont United will start off with the ball in this first half. So we'll see what that Beaumont United offense has done since the last time that they were here. When
out there?
They played Kingwood.
Who's that quarterback? Is it number 11?
Let's see. I'm trying to see the numbers right there.
It should be Gilbert.
It should be Gilbert Anderson.
I know he was dealing with an injury, but it looked like he's back. I think that is Gilbert.
And we see the handoff to number 21 trying to come along the line, but nowhere for him to go. Brought down for a 3-yard loss on that play. And let's see. Actually, they mark it as a 1-yard loss. Got to bring up a 2nd down and 11. There was just really nowhere for him to go there. Summer Creek just kind of overloaded the line, and he couldn't actually get around the corner at all. Got to bring up a 2nd down and 11 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves on their own 13-yard line. And yes, we see that is Gilbert Anderson back there in the back, commanding the offense. Ball is snapped. Oh, and the ball is out. And wow, that ball came out and just flew out of there. And Summer Creek has fallen on the ball at the 9-yard line. Bad place to fumble the ball, but now that'll bring up a Summer Creek 1st and goal on the 9-yard line of the Timberwolves. I know it's the one thing that Coach Colbert really did not want to see is us to Beaumont United to give up the ball on this side of the field. But something happened. They were able to rip that ball out of there, and it just came flying. So here we go. It's a 1st down and 10 for the Summer Creek. Well, 1st down and 9. 1st down and goal for your Summer Creek Bulldogs here. And we see great job by the Beaumont United Timberwolves. They didn't give him anywhere to run. Loss of 1 on the play. That'll bring up a 2nd down and goal from the 10-yard line. Great stop right there for the defense on backed up in their own red zone. Let's see what Beaumont United has for them now. We see they're going double twins or a spread offense, 1 back, Summer Creek offense. We have motion along the line here. And pass is incomplete. Right over the top of the intended receiver there. You did have a Beaumont United Timberwolf right there on the defense in the area. No penalty flags on the play. They bring up a 3rd down and goal for the Summer Creek Bulldogs from the 10-yard line here in the first quarter at Memorial Stadium. We see a little shifting along the line here while they get the signals. If you notice nowadays, just to give you a little heads up, most teams don't do a huddle anymore. And the reason being, a lot of teams don't do a huddle is because it gave the defense a chance to see how you line up. Now you pretty much take the signal, you got to pass, and it is a touchdown. Summer Creek Bulldogs ran a slant route right to the inside and had a step right on the linebacker that picked him up, and the result is a touchdown, Summer Creek Bulldogs, here in the first quarter with 10 minutes and 15 seconds remaining. 3 plays, 9 yards, and touchdown for Summer Creek. As we line up here for the kick, the extra point is up, and it is good. It is so good it almost hit the building.
What I missed, Marco?
Well, on 3rd and goal, Summer Creek runs a slant route that results in a touchdown. He ran that quick slant, and quarterback just put it up there and put it right on him. And he caught it right in the middle of the end zone, right in stride.
All right, Marco. So
kind of hard to, when you're that deep and you fumble the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, Marco, I pulled up the flyer for the I should have put them up the show. But I pulled up the flyer for the Alumni Bowl. So they will have a DJ Quan. They will have Extreme Gaming, Southeast Texas, which is what I was talking about. You have Mabel's. You have Rudy Kebabs. You have Southern Cracklins, if you're into cracklings.
Ooh, Southern Cracklins is nice.
You have Tacos, I don't know, I can't speak Spanish, but you got a taco stand. So, and then you got the Westbrook Football Booster Club, BU and Westbrook Performances, and Peter Piper Picks will be in the building as well. So they're gonna have a BISD Memorial Monument dedication, and then before the game they're gonna have them all come out and do the BISD shuffle. So it should be the tailgating start at 4:00 next week, Marco, and the pregame celebration start at 6:10.
Oh, very nice, very nice. Now, just curious, Josh, are you an alumni of Beaumont ISD?
The greatest high school to ever come through Beaumont, Ozan High School alumni, class of 2007.
Oh, no. Westbrook High School class of 1996.
Hey, I love Westbrook too, man. I actually started when I was in 9th grade. I went from Vincent, and all my friends went to Westbrook, so I went to Westbrook. I ended up going to Ozan because I had a brother who was big into basketball at Ozan.
Oh, very much.
And my mom was like, "I'm not taking you to both. I'm not taking one to Westbrook, one to Ozan." So I ended up going to Westbrook. And then it came full circle because I felt like I should have never left, and now I work at Westbrook. So it came, life comes full circle, man.
That it does. We see a penalty on Beaumont United right here. Marks them out 5 yards for a false start. We don't want to keep going backwards here, folks. Bringing up a 1st down and 15 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here in the first quarter at Memorial Stadium. Handoff to number 5 and stop before he can really even get to the hole. No gain on the play there. Bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. I know right here, Beaumont United wants to get out of this area before anything weird happens because the first drive, we know right back here is where the fumble happened. So we see they line up in double twins or spread set, one back. Let's see what Coach Colbert dials up here. Gilbert back to throw, going over the top, has a receiver. No.
We almost picked that one.
Wow. Great defense by Summer Creek Bulldogs, but that ball was popped up into the air and almost intercepted by the 2nd Summer Creek Bulldog in the area.
I have to say, man, Gilbert, he had good placement on that ball. That was just really great defense.
Well, actually, really, truthfully, he did have great placement on where he put the ball. As a former coach, though, what you're trying to tell him is you got to put it over that outside shoulder. That ball came down where the defender could get it, which is on the inside shoulder. If you put it over that outside shoulder, it gives you better chance for the defender not to be able to hit it.
Yeah.
And we see going back over to the top again.
Oh,
great catch right there. Great job.
Yep.
Caught. Pass complete from Gilbert Anderson to number 5.
And
Ashton Henry, one of his favorite targets. Pick up a 14 on the play.
Join me in wishing Ashton Henry a happy birthday. Today is actually his birthday.
What? Well, you know what? It would be nothing greater than for him to have an awesome game and get a win as a great birthday present there. And we see right there, that was a great connection between the two. The last time they were here, they connected a lot also. So we can tell that that's one of his favorite targets to go to. But Ashton does a great job. There we go. We got a false start again on the Timberwolves. Adam moving back 5 yards. And so far in the game, we've had 3 false starts by the Timberwolves. Maybe they're so excited they're jumping.
Yeah, you got them still first quarter, still early in the fourth quarter. They still got. Still early in the first quarter. They still got the pregame jitters and whatnot. So.
Well, realistically speaking, after being in this deep in the season, those are the kind of things that make a coach lose all their hair.
Right, absolutely.
And, when they wonder where the hairlines go from the coaches, penalties like that, this deep in the season, is what eats away at what they call your edges. Mm-hmm. I mean, actually, if you look at my head, that's why, you see more of my forehead now than you did 20 years ago. And here we go with 4th down and 6. We see that the United Timberwolves punt the ball. Low-lying punt caught by Summer Creek. He's having a dodge. And great job of a couple of Timberwolves slowing it down before he actually was able to get started. And then they're able to come and clean it up. And Summer Creek will take over with the ball on the 42-yard line. And it'll be 1st down and 10, Summer Creek Bulldogs, with 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Let's see if that. I noticed the United Timberwolves are wearing their pink. And we know that it's for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. October is Breast Cancer Awareness in a lot of schools and a lot of things just to draw awareness to breast cancer in the fight. They're doing like the 5K walks, as well as
they have one tomorrow.
Yes,
now that I think about it, the buddy walk,
and also wearing pink to get it out. And don't forget, November for the men is No Shave November to get awareness for prostate cancer. We see their pass complete by Summer Creek, but it was out of bounds.
The DB played. He played that one pretty swell, Marco. If I must say so myself.
Well, I mean, the DB had to make sure he was really, really cautious about making contact or getting a penalty before the ball actually arrived, and he did a great job of that. That he did, which brings up a 3rd down and 9 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. We see him run one back spread offense, and they motion the back out. Let's see if he goes to that swing route with the back. No, goes over the top to the long ball.
Hands up.
And it is caught by the Summer Creek Bulldogs. No flag on the play.
And they running no huddle.
Hurry up offense.
Hurry up. Get set.
Wow, trying to get set, and boom, ball is snapped. Handoff in. Great tackle for Beaumont United not to allow. Man, they ran that play so fast. The chains wasn't even down.
Exactly. You didn't even give him a chance.
4 yards gain on that play. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 for.
I don't know, Marco. I could be wrong, but I thought the rule was you have to get at least the chains a chance to get set up.
Well, it used to be that you had to give the chains a chance to get set up, but if the referee blows the play ready,
then you
can go ahead and go, even without the chains being set up, because the side judge is already there.
Yeah.
And we see right up the middle, Summer Creek. Be a 1st down for Summer Creek Bulldogs, right?
The 10.
Up the middle. Ball on the 8-yard line. That hurry up doesn't allow the defense to really get a chance to set up. And if you have a disciplined offense, and we see there they running trips to the bottom of the screen and hand off right into the middle. Pickup of about 2 yards on the play. Brings the ball down to the 6-yard line.
And I'm watching this band, Marco. They have Odom band out there with the Beaumont United band, Older Middle School, of course, for the people that's not from Beaumont. So you have the middle school band with the high school band. And man, those kids are getting it, man. I'm watching the kid right here with the big saxophone, man. Hey, man, keep blowing that horn, man.
I was watching one on the drums coming around spinning those sticks. I was like, man, he's already ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
But, it's great. Here we go. Swing route. Oh,
man.
Ooh, that
you seen that?
A penalty right there.
You seen that, too?
I thought that was going to be a penalty.
You got to throw the ref right there, man. You got to throw that flag. He smacked him, man.
Yeah, he smacked him, and the ball was over his head. I'm surprised the ref didn't hit him on that one because that would have been a personal foul.
That should have been 15 right there, man.
Well, actually, they'd have given him half the distance to the goal because they're so close in. But, man, that would have been a whole nother set of downs also if the referee had pulled that flag out there. It's kind of like the play before. It was really a pass interference before the ball got there. But because he caught it is the reason I think the referee didn't throw the flag. And here we go. Summer Creek.
Got him right. Oh, we got a holding.
There we
that better
go.
Be a holding. Good.
We got a sack by number 2.
Oh, yep, holding.
Sack by number 2, Cedric McGill. And then is that holding on?
Yeah, he called the holding.
On Summer Creek.
Mm-hmm.
And they declined the penalty to bring up a 4th down.
Yep. I think I would have did that one as well, Marco, because you got your 5 yards on your loss.
Definitely so. No sense in giving them a down.
Right. Send out the field goal unit.
And it looks like that's who's coming out, the field goal unit.
Yeah, because like I know, if you get them another try at it,
Yeah, I wouldn't. You don't want to take the yards because hey, we can see that they can go over the top on you, or just anything weird can happen that will allow you to take the down.
Right.
And the down is better than the yards on this situation. And while we see them lining up for actually a 21-yard kick from the 11-yard line, the kick is up and the kick is good.
And Marco, I think I may have told you this already, but I went to my nephew. He plays in HISD middle school. He plays in middle school in HISD in Houston. When I say HISD, I mean Houston, not Humble. And what they have out there is, in order to develop kickers at a young middle school age, when you score a touchdown, if you kick a field goal, it's 2 points.
Really?
If you run it in or pass it in, no matter which one you do, is 1 point. So it's in your best interest to
kick the field goal.
Teach your kids how to kick a field goal.
You know what? That is great because I can tell you here, most of the time what you see is they go for the 2-point conversion.
Right.
Because, rather than developing the kicking game.
No, you literally see no kicking in middle school. And so that their way of fixing it was, let's make it's 2 points. And it's for something as simple as kicking a field goal, or get your kid out the soccer field or whatever. And, because that's usually your kickers, and especially when we're talking to middle school, you're going to find you a kid on the soccer field. I remember my 9th grade year at Westbrook, the first game we played, our kicker donked that thing all over the place, man. He didn't make not one. And then it was an old man named Coach Poulter. I don't know if Coach Poulter is still living.
I remember Coach Poulter.
Coach Poulter, man. He was a legend, man. That's when I was at Westbrook. Coach Poulter went to the soccer field, and he went and got Montabo. Montabo came out there, man. Montabo was deadly. Deadly. I don't know where Montabo is. I don't know where Coach Poulter is. Hopefully he's still living. If not, God bless his soul.
Now hold on. The kick was up. The kick was good, but
no. They didn't give it to him.
No, they didn't.
Did he miss it?
They gave the signal that, whoa, Gilbert just took a shot right there when he released the ball. Wow. That linebacker from Summer Creek came straight up through the middle, and Gilbert hadn't released the ball when he did. Man, that would have been bad. But he stood in, released the ball, completed the pass, bring up a 3rd down and 8 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. I'm not exactly sure.
That's interesting, Marco. I'm curious now. Like, what happened? I don't know, Marco.
The replays, we'll be able to look at that and see. Wait, what happened? But
it's coming.
Tell you what.
You know what? I can't go back, Marco. Let me see. Let's see here.
And it looks like we have a timeout on the field.
Is now like what? Oh man, we are super loud. Bet. I don't know, Marco.
The replays, we'll be able to look at that and see.
Yeah.
Hey,
Go back, Marco. I'm finna go back and look at this replay, Marco.
yeah, because it'd be nice to see how, because the kick was up and the kick was good. Looking for the kickoff, and all of a sudden, Beaumont United had the ball.
I thought they had already did a kickoff and everything, but
No kickoff.
and you know, Marco, I think I may have told you this already, but I went to my.
See the players just coming on to the field. No kickoff.
And we didn't get a good shot. They said it was no good or not. It's a rough right here. I always say no good. It was no good, Marco. Look right here.
Okay.
Yeah, it was no good.
Okay, so it was no good.
It looked like it was good from up
From
here.
up here, it looked
It can
good.
be tricky, Marco. It can be tricky up here, Marco.
Well, I tell you what, that's why they have those referees right between the two goalposts
Yeah.
to make sure that it doesn't go wide left or wide right.
That explains.
Swing pass over the head of number 4, Timothy Morris Jr. And that quickly brings up another 4th down for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. You know, it'd be nice to see them really get something on. You know, they have a couple of lightning strikes, but the storm just won't continue.
Man, like they strikes in the pan are there. The strikes in the pan are there. They show the ability to strike quick, but we just got to put it together. That's all.
Got to stay consistent with it, you know.
Yeah, that's all. We'll be okay.
And here we go with the
the
wait.
kicker.
There he is. It's either roughing or knocking the kicker down. Either way,
Yeah, no, that's knocking the kicker down. Roughing the kicker is only 5, I think.
no, roughing the kicker is 15.
Okay. Yeah.
And this
Running
is now
into the
time
kicker.
for our segment of rules and penalties
Yeah.
with Coach J.
Yeah.
Do. Now, let's think about when you have your kickers. Your kickers are normally not your normal football players. So what they had to do is they had to come up with the rules to protect the kickers because people was knocking the kickers all over the place.
Right.
So what they came up with is if you accidentally hit the kicker's foot,
Yep.
or what have
That's
you, it's
running.
running into the kicker.
That's 5 yards.
But if you actually tackle the kicker when the ball is gone and is nowhere there, then that is called roughing the kicker, which is a personal foul, which is 15 yards. And it looks like they gave him the personal foul, 15-yard penalty, which makes it a 1st down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves on their own 37-yard line.
Marco, you had me at 1st down, Marco.
And nowhere to go right there on that play. He actually picks up 3 yards right there on the play. Ran a little misdirection. Had a couple of people following Timothy Morris Jr. when the ball came right up the middle instead.
And it's stuff like this, Marco. Like you got these little, if they're gonna give you another stab at it, then you got to take advantage of it. You got to make them pay.
Yeah, after a missed field goal and then you were about to punt and they made that mistake, now it's time to capitalize. Misdirection. Had a couple of people following him opening up Morris Jr. when the ball came right up the middle instead.
And it's stuff like this, Marco.
And it's
like
a timeout, Beaumont
these
United.
little, if they're gonna give you another stab at it, then you got to take advantage of it. You got to make them pay.
Yeah, be their first time out of the game.
Who called that timeout?
Beaumont United. Now, going back to what you were talking about when it comes down to field goal situation, I was a head coach of middle school football here for a long time. And really, we tried the field goal thing. Problem was, it's like the line didn't understand that it all has to be so synchronized to where that ball is snapped, not high, is low snap.
Right.
The holder is able to catch it, put it down while the kicker is in motion to come and kick. What the biggest problem is getting that synchronization down in middle school when this is the first time some of them ever put on pads is tough. And what happens is the line gets run over.
Right.
And, then you end up getting the kicker never is able to get the ball off. So it's kind of tough, but it's a smart move to say, hey, we'll give you more points if you actually do this because it's only going to help the high school. And so here we go. We see on second down, Beaumont United run in to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Right. And Marco, I can't tell you how many high school games that I went to, and I'm just going to use BISD for an example. How many BISD high school games I went to of years past, including this year. And, it might be a close game, but you're on the 25-yard line, and you have to go for it on 4th and 10 because you don't have a kicker,
Well, look at it. You can be on the 10-yard line, and
I
hadn't seen shoestring tackle
first
right
down,
there.
Did he get it? Like he got it.
And the chains are moving. So, yes, that would bring up a Beaumont United. 1st down. Now, Josh, just curious. You went to Ozan, which is now where Beaumont United is housed.
Right,
Do you feel a tie to Beaumont United a little bit? Because they
know,
are actually in your building?
The way that it happened, because of the hurricane and Central having to close down, the way that it happened, and there's no knock to anybody, the school district, because I tell people all the time, the school district was given. I'm gonna bring me into this. Most people don't know I have a special needs daughter, Marco.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter was born, she had complications, and to get her, she was in Texas Children's for 10 months. To get her out of the hospital, we had 2 options. We had option 1 was they was going to keep a tube down her throat because she had a tube down her throat, and they were going to keep a tube down her throat, and as she got older, they were going to keep her sedated and hopefully wait till her lungs develop so we can get out. Or option 2 was to give her what's called a trach, which is a breathing tube, and you breathe through that. And so it's like I don't like neither one of these options, but I have to choose something. And I think that's how the whole BU thing happened. It was like neither one of the 2 options that the school district had. Oh, boy, break that loose. Oh, okay. And I hate that I'm sorry that I'm giving you I'm TMI, but I kind of had to tie it into a real life story.
Understood.
But it was Central was ruined.
True.
Like the walls were molded. It was, and so they had unfortunately they had to close Central down, and but because it was so quick and it wasn't like a build up to it, I feel as if it wasn't a let's have a kumbaya. Hey, this is we're now 1. Ozan and Central, you're now 1. Right. And then that Ozan and Central, like people don't realize that Ozan and Central rivalry is strong this day.
It definitely was.
And so and then I work at Westbrook, so that makes it even worse. My ties to BU is like shrinking because I work at Westbrook now. I still feel like there's Ozan because there's still 34 or 43 from that road.
Right.
Even though before Ozan it was Hebert, I understand.
It was who?
Hebert.
Huh? It was Westbrook before.
No. It was Hebert first. Right. And then it was Lilbrook. You're right.
There you go.
And then it was Ozan. You're right. Now it's BU.
See, well, what?
And explain to the people what Lilbrook was, because they may not know. Some people may not know, Marco.
Now, and he's right. Before it was Ozan, it was what was called Littlebrook. See, at one time when we only had Westbrook and Central, and that was the era I grew up in. So our era, if you're in my era and you're from Beaumont, if you went to Westbrook, you still stare at them Central kids and go, ugh. And guess what? If you went to Central, you still stare at the Westbrook.
Yeah.
But that rivalry was just as strong as the rivalry between Central and Ozan was.
Right.
And what happens is Littlebrook was where all the 9th graders went. And then you went to the big campus at Big Brook. Mm-hmm. And see, Central had which is now Smith.
Yeah.
It was called Little Central.
Yeah.
Now, of course, at Westbrook, we made up a whole bunch of other names for it. But, here we go. Back to the game. We see Beaumont United still in the driver's seat with the ball here at the beginning of the second quarter. Hand off to Timothy Morris Jr. Ooh, no nowhere to go right there.
It's a big
Stood
line.
up right when he thought he was going to turn the corner.
It looked like something was developing, and then next thing you know, it was bam.
Definitely so. Loss of 3 yards on the play right there. That brings up a 3rd down and 3 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves here at Memorial Stadium in Beaumont, Texas. This Friday, October 20th.
Hit.
20th. And let's see what the coaches dial up here for a 3rd and long. Ball on the Summer Creek 42-yard line. Come on now.
You got 3rd and 13, Marco. What you got?
And
it's pass interference,
there we
ain't it?
go.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
we see the flag, folks.
He went just a little bit too early, Marco.
Definitely so. The intended receiver was actually interfered with by the corner coming up. Corner pulled his shoulder before the ball actually got to him. So,
And what was crazy was that if he'd just let him catch and run out of bounds, he'd have been 10
Well
yards short.
well, actually, really truthfully, I think the ball was actually going over his head anyway. But since it could have been catchable,
I appreciate it.
you got to take that. And Beaumont United gets another opportunity right here. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for Beaumont United on the 38-yard line.
Is this the same drive from the missed field goal?
Yes, sir.
And the
From the missed
Yeah,
field
roughing the
goal
kicker.
and the roughing the kicker. This is
so you got to score right here. They keep giving you these opportunities. You have to score here. Let's put some points on the boards, guys. Let's go.
Here we go. 1st down and 10 for the United Timberwolves. And handoff to Morris.
Man.
Goes nowhere again.
Those big boys in the middle, man. That inside zone is going to be a tough one.
Well, actually, what you notice, too, is as soon as they get that handoff off, you see those 2 linebackers firing through the hole.
Yeah.
And they're overloading the line right there. It's just
You
keeping
kind of got to make them pay for that. Get you a real good read, like you're going up the middle, and as soon as you see them fire, pull it back, and right where they're coming from, you throw it to them. Now, it's easier said than done. I'm sitting up here, Marco. I'm not on the field with those guys, but.
Well, as a coach, what I would look at doing right here is a little play action, get Gilbert moving his feet around, let those linebackers come on in so that you can freeze the middle of the field, and then, have you, while he's using his feet, have your tight end come and run you about a 7-yard crossing route because those linebackers have cleared that middle out. Gilbert using his feet, so it's causing those safety staff to really, really pay attention to him and those receivers coming down the field.
Yep.
I say that's what we do. We can clear it out the middle. But again, I'm sitting up here behind
We're up
the
here,
glass.
Marco.
But if you notice that they're keying in their big boys to play your run, let's give them a decent dose of the pass to get them off that line.
Yep.
And here we go. We notice they're running a 4-3 defense, but you see those linebackers. And see right here on this play, linebacker stayed at home and interception. Ball was overthrown to the receiver, or the receiver didn't run the route deep enough, and either way, it ends up in an interception. Now, all that time and all that work, I know that really hurts for the Beaumont United Timberwolves because this was the drive that they've been able to sustain ever since that first quarter missed field goal.
Right. The good thing is if you have to find a silver lining, your defense got a lot of rest right here.
Yeah, definitely so.
But the bad thing is you left your offense out there for a while and you don't come away with some points. That's kind of tough.
Well, what it does, your defense is rested for a while, but you put a lot of pressure on your defense to be able to sustain that you didn't score and have to hold. And great stop right there by the Beaumont United Timberwolves defense, but not after a pickup of 7 yards on the play there. 6 yards, actually. Bring up a 2nd down and 4 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs.
Oh, we got to look like we got an injury on the field, Marco.
We do have a Summer Creek player down on the field. There's that band again, buddy.
And he got it sounded good, man. You got to give credit where credit is due.
Well, most definitely you have to give the props to band directors over there at Beaumont United. Have done a great job, and it's one thing to also to bring in your feeder schools to be able to integrate with you, because what does that mean? Those kids are going to know your program when they get there. And here we go. 2nd down and 4 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. Oh, looks like, do we have a false start here, or is it? No, it looks like it's going to go against the United Timberwolves for encroachment. Nope, they called it offsides. And that'll be a Summer Creek, a 1st down and 10. Now, just like we don't want the false starts, we definitely don't want the offsides on defense, because then we're giving up 5 yards. And the back run straight through the hole.
He broke that tackle.
Broke one tackle, jumps over,
still
and
on his feet.
Still on his
my
feet.
God.
He actually put his shoulder in to the safety that came up to grab him and then kept running. Some tough running right there, but that'll bring up a 1st down for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. And we see that hurry-up offense on the field. He's breaking tackles again, and a gain of 8 more yards on the play in that hurry-up offense.
And Marco, you blink twice. And they only do it after a big play. And then you blink twice, and they got another play already ran.
And see how you do that
Good
in that situation.
Good stuff.
Usually what you do in that situation is you give your quarterback 3 plays.
Right.
And usually what you tell them is, look, if you gain more than 15 yards on this play and we're in a certain part of the field, you automatically do this play, then automatically do this play. Y'all don't have to say nothing, just go. And that's exactly what they're doing.
Yep.
Shows great discipline right
you
here.
You already know what the play caller. I think like they ran both times they've did an inside zone.
Yes, definitely so.
Right after a big play.
And did he get in? It looks like he is in. Yes, we have the signal. It is a touchdown.
When you got them big linemen, Marco. Thought you could do.
What was that going on? Injury for Summer Creek.
Walk it out, baby. Walk it out. There you go. Good job.
And he's up. That's one of those big linemen that you were talking about right there.
Big boys, man. So, when they go down, you got to hold your breath for a little bit.
Now, you see right there that, and you're right, Summer Creek uses that hurry up to make sure that, and they run that inside zone off of it because your defense is really not set up to see where everybody is. And you could, we have a flag over here on the side. It looks like that might end up being offsides on the Timberwolves. Offsides on the Timberwolves. Yes, it is. And it is declined. The kick is up and the kick is good. Timberwolves 14. I'm sorry. Summer Creek 14. Beaumont United 0. With 7 minutes and 48 seconds remaining in the half.
Early score, Jasper 6, West Orange start, nothing. Just starting first quarter. East Chambers now up 7-0 on Darkington.
And we see Beaumont United lining up to get ready for the kickoff. Let's see if Beaumont United can answer the call and start putting some numbers on the board and fight back a little bit before halftime. We just need to sustain a drive rather than we have some bright spots, but we haven't put it all together to sustain a complete drive yet. The one thing I've noticed is I haven't seen those teams. Every team seems like they want to start you off with the run.
Yeah.
Where are those teams that start you off with pass, then we back on out of there, they kill you.
You know what? We may have said this before, but I remember back when Mike Vick played for the Eagles. You had Deshaun Jackson and you had all them. The very first play, me as a Cowboys fan, I had to watch this at least twice a year. The very first play they ran, play action to Shady McCoy, because he's such a great running back that you have to kind of bite for it. The bootleg Mike Vick, where I have the choice where I can run,
Yep.
but I also have Deshaun Jackson running a 4-1 down the field, and he will throw that thing 72 yards. And this would be the first play of every game. And we used to get done up every. I'm like, you know what they running. And mind you, it's a lot you got to read there. You got the running back first.
Right.
And then you got the quarterback. He can run. He can do a dump down, or he can just throw it long. And that's what he do. He throw it long. And if you go back and you watch those highlights, that's what they used to do.
And we see it say quarterback run. Still nowhere to go. Summer Creek is just manhandling that Beaumont United line. Loss of 2 on the play there. Bring up a 2nd down and 12 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves on their own 23-yard line. You know, we've got to get into the territory where our backs are not against the wall so much.
Right. Yeah,
that puts a little extra pressure on being able to execute because you know you have to. You know, really you have to all the time, but considering, you know, you really have to when you're back here where they are now. Here we go inside zone to Timothy Morris Jr. and it's nowhere to go. You know, if you pay attention to the way these cats are tackling, when one of them get their arms around you, you're going nowhere. So that means that these guys
I'm going to hold
strong.
you up just enough for about 5 dudes to come outside wrapped up.
Come and clean you down. That's what it is. And, you know, it's just amazing when you look at the backs. They come through, and then when the one person hold them, they're not going anywhere else.
Nowhere at all.
So you can tell that those linemen are really, really strong. You know, after if they get their arms around you, it's going to be hard for you to go anywhere. Here we go, 3rd down and 10 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Ball on their own 25-yard line. And we have a flag. Let's see what the call. False start for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. That is the 4th false start of the game. Along with the 2 offsides, that's an extra 30 yards in penalties right there. 20 that you backed up and 10 that you gave up. I'm pretty sure that the coaches are fuming right about now because those kind of things are things that, you know, they really kill a sequence because when you have to set up screen. And it is dropped. It is dropped. By
I thought he had it. I didn't even see the drop happen.
I saw it hit his hands, and once he hit his hands, it went straight down. And that brings up a 4th down at 15 for your Beaumont United Timberwolves. Ball on the 20-yard line now. That screen was set up great because he had green to go if he caught that ball.
He probably would have to shake one, but I think he's
had
elusive
2 holes
enough.
He could have gone through.
Right.
Because that end was coming, and looked like it's going to be roughing the kicker again. Well, we have 2 flags down on the play. He was not afraid at all. He put that helmet and shoulder down and just lit right in. Let's see what these 2 flags are. One is probably going to be roughing the kicker again, which will be a blessing for Beaumont United. The question is it going to be offsides or false start? Nope, it wouldn't be false start. Offsetting penalties here. Illegal substitution for the Timberwolves and roughing the kicker for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. They'll replay 4th down. You know, I was thinking, hey, maybe do a little trickery here, but noticing the way that the Summer Creek Bulldogs are coming through the line, you don't want to do anything tricky here. You just want to kick that ball. And the kick is up. They kick it back to him.
Oh, man. Bro, these dudes are, man. Like people, I don't think people understand how
aggressive.
Man. Right.
I mean, these guys here, they see you coming and they're going right to your chest. They're not trying to elude you. They're not trying to they're just saying, if you coming, I'm going to put this shoulder down, I'm going to through you. That shows a lot of confidence right there and just a lot of What used to say, a lot of go hard.
Right.
First down and 10 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs here. And he gets stuffed in the hole, but is still on his feet. Breaks another tackle and then brought down. Gain of about 4 yards on the play there. Actually 3. Bring up a second down and 7. 5 minutes remaining here in the half. Ball on the Timberwolf 38-yard line. You know, asking the defense to hold them here. And brought down number 0 of the Beaumont United Timberwolves, Christian Gladney. Wow. He came up and he did not let anything happen with that play. That makes it 3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13, Marco. Let's get a stop right here, and then let's see what they'll do. This right here is the part of the field where you can risk going for it.
Yes,
because
you can.
it's too far for a field goal, and it's kind of too short for a punt. So
definitely so. And that's exactly what you end up doing. His pass is going up, going over the top.
Oh, he's wide open.
And he is wide open. No Timberwolves by him at all.
Hey, you got to have, as an offensive coordinator, you got to have zone beaters, you got to have man beaters. That was a zone beater. He found the weak spot of the zone, and he sat right there.
And see, it's kind of like what I was telling you earlier, with, opening up that middle zone right there by getting Gilbert moving on his feet, go play action and getting Gilbert moving on his feet and have that middle open because those linebackers came in. But right there, what you saw was he found that soft spot in the zone. Mm-hmm. And that receiver sat and just waited. And there were no Timberwolves around him at all. That'll bring up a second down and 2 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. Standing in the pass, steps up into the pocket, going over the top.
Ooh,
is
did he get
caught?
That? Oh,
yes,
man.
He did catch the ball, folks. Yes, he did catch it, and just like that, it's another touchdown for Summer Creek Bulldogs. And see what the corner did. If you look at that play right there, the corner turned around too early. You always teach the corner, you don't turn around until the receiver put their hands up, and then you turn around and look for the ball.
And in high school and college, you're legally allowed to face guard. So as long as you're in front of him with your hands up and you're not actively pushing him, you're legally allowed to.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. But what happened was he put the ball over the defender because the defender was too far away, all because the defender turned around to look for the ball before the receiver put his hands up. Right. And the receiver just kept going to the back of the end zone. Caught it right on the pylon.
That was a good catch, Marco.
And here in Beaumont, we see the score: Summer Creek Bulldogs 21, Beaumont United 0. 3 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the half.
You got it.
Ooh,
man,
that was
that's
a great shot by the camera guy.
Great shot.
Whoever's down there on that camera, I got to give you a shout out, buddy, because, boy, that was a great shot to be able to see that foot. Shot. 1 foot was what allowed him to be able to
That's all you need, Marco.
Now, if he was in the pros, that would have been out of bounds.
Yeah, that would have been out of bounds.
Or he'd had to toe tap it.
Yeah, buddy. Tony toe tap. Tony toe tap, Marco.
And we see the kickoff is up. And Beaumont United a fair catch the ball in the end zone to bring the ball out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line, first down, Timberwolves. Another update, midway second quarter. Port Arthur Memorial 14, Dayton leads 10. And Nederland now 14, Galena Park 7.
Yeah, speaking of which, let's give them some scores from around the area.
Okay, let me pull it up, Marco. You know you got the the biggest football game in probably the last 5 years for sure. In Southeast Texas. You got Silsby taking on Hampshire for net. So let me pull it up, Marco. And both of them are ranked in the top 10. I think Silsby is 2 and
man, I think that he just had too much green right there. He thought about the catch when he saw I'm wide open and he dropped it. Wow. That would have been the game changer right there, folks.
Yeah, I think Silsby is
and who was that on the catch? Was that number 0? Sure is number 0 on the catch. Now they have him, Christian Gladney. They have him here listed as a linebacker and a D lineman, but I think right there he must have been playing tight end.
Right.
And he came off the line, ran that inside slant. See, that's the plays that you gotta take advantage of because that zone was open. And here we go, inside handoff to Timothy Morris Jr. And look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 Summer Creek Bulldogs on the stop right there. Didn't allow anywhere for any room. That'll bring up a 3rd down and 12 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. 3 minutes and 23 seconds remaining in the first half.
So yeah, you got Silsby. They're ranked number 2 in 4A. In the state of Texas, and you have Hampshire for net. I believe they're number 7 in the state of 4A. Both undefeated. So let's look at these scores. We got Baytown Lee is up. No, I'm sorry. Port Arthur Memorial is beating Baytown Lee 14-10 in the second quarter. You got Deweyville is up big on Hull Day Zeta 46-8. You got Port Nature's beating Santa Fe 42-7. Have Silsby and Hampshire for net 0-0. I'm expecting that game to be a close end of the first quarter 0-0 with 35 seconds. Lumberton is up 13-0 on Huffman Hargrave.
Okay.
We got Bridge City is up on Hardin Jefferson 7-0. Kirbyville is beating Hardin 8-6. And Jasper is beating West Orange Stark 14-0.
Wow. You know, West Orange Stark was really going through a rebuilding year because, you know, you never, each week, you notice West Orange Stark fighting from behind. Ooh, handoff. Number 11. You know, they gave him some room right there to run, but made sure he was brought down well short.
Quarterback Gilbert Anderson with the keeper. Brought down by Summer Creek, number 4,
well short of the first down marker. That'll bring up gain of 5 on the play, bring up a 4th down and 7. 4th down and 7 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves with 3 minutes and 5 seconds.
3 minutes and 5 seconds in the second quarter, Marco. We got 21 Summer Creek, 0 Beaumont United. So what you telling you guys right here, Marco?
Right now, as a coach, what I'd be telling my guys is we need to make sure we do whatever it takes to get some points on the ball. But if we're going to go for this 4th and 7, there's no way that we cannot pick it up. We have to pick this 4th and 7 up if we're going for it. Now, I believe that's why they probably called the timeout to see if they should go for this, because right now you're on the 28-yard line. It's a very ballsy call.
Right. So if it was a decision in your hand, what you doing? I'm doing what they're doing right now.
You going
this defense
for it?
says no, they're not going for it.
Yeah, they're punting.
This defense has shown that they can stop it.
And that's what I was about to say. I would not.
Oh, wait a minute. We got a fake, Marco. Get rid of that thing.
Some trickery.
Oh, get rid of it.
Come on, Gilbert. Get rid of it. Get rid of it, Gilbert.
Oh,
no.
Man, they had that locked up, Marco.
Not enough. Well, what happened was, you can see that the Timberwolves didn't hold their blocks. You know, when I was coaching middle school and I knew I was going to do a fake, or, you know, even when I was scouting and also assistant coaching for Central, I remember Coach used to say, when we're going to do that fake, here's what you do. The person in front of you, you put your hands on them and you don't release them. And you just put your hands on them all the way down to the end zone and you don't release them. Don't release them at all until the referees raise their hand.
Right. Right.
You know, we'd have to water boil them. Take them out the stadium. But, that's what you have to do, because as soon as you release, remember, your defender can see what's going on. They told us you don't release until the hands go up, not even when the person passed you.
Right.
And here we go, 1st and 15 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. Quarterback, pass just off. He had a receiver going toward the sideline. Couldn't get the ball to him. Bring up a 2nd down and 15 for the Summer Creek Bulldogs. 2 minutes and 47 seconds remaining in the half. And halftime should be a treat. The two bands will be performing. The bands, they spend as much time almost as the football players trying to get their routines and things together.
If not more, Marco, because they have competition season right now, and all these bands have been putting in overtime in practice because, you got to do all these UIL competitions. Everybody's hoping to get a 1 because a 1 is the highest you can get.
Right. I used to look forward to the competitions, because the competitions were always a way for you to show everybody, hey, I'm real with my stuff.
Right.
And sometimes the bands don't get enough recognition for what they do.
I think Beaumont United just had one.
There was one, I believe, 2 weeks ago in Port Neches, and I know Westbrook went to 2 in the same day. They went to the one in Port Neches, but they went to one earlier than that day, and they did very, very well at both of them.
And they went to one, and believe it or not, what is it, McNeese?
Was it McNeese? And then came back across and went to the one in Port Neches. Oh, we see the tailback sidesteps one Timberwolf, and while one Timberwolf was holding his shirt, still going. Pickup of about 10 yards on that play to bring up a 3rd down and 5 for Summer Creek Bulldogs. Play action here. Pass going through the top. Look, found that zone again. Pass complete. Brought down to the 8-yard line. And look, Josh, that hurry-up offense.
Yeah, that's how they do it, Marco. Stop.
And inside handoff.
So, speaking of the band, Marco, it says October 7th. It says Stop 1. Battle of the Band in Bridges Battle of the Bridges pre-UIL Marching Festival. Soda South Band left Bridge City with Best in Class 6A, Outstanding Brass, Outstanding Woodwinds, Outstanding Color Guard, Outstanding Drumline. Then they left there. They left Bridge City. Went the back way to Lake Charles.
Oh, wow.
Went to Lake Charles, and they, let me see, at Washington Marion, Battle of the Band, drum majors, Kaylin B. and Brittany P. earned 3rd place, and the Dynamic Step majorettes earned 2nd place. Where'd it go? Is that what that this year?
Man, that is phenomenal. The bands and those kids are doing some great things. Make sure, don't just follow the football, but all the other extracurriculars that are going to make this thing. And pass complete by the Summer Creek Bulldogs for another Summer Creek Bulldog touchdown.
Marco, to kind of piggyback on what we were talking about earlier, I just received a message from my guy Raymond. Man, he was always a big contributor, man. Unfortunately, the comments are turned off, but he was always one that would watch him. and he would always comment. So he just sent me a message. He said, just an idea to improve the kicking in Beaumont. Have the athletic director require all middle schools in Beaumont to kick PATs instead of going for twos at the touchdown. Yeah. Then if you want to win some games, you eventually have to get a good kicker, Marco.
Man, it's all a part of having.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
You got to consider something. If you have a decent kicker, then when you get down to the 15-yard line or so, at least you can get 3 points out of it rather than having to go for it on fourth down and not get it or things happen. It puts you in a better situation, that's all, to have a kicker, where you can at least get 3 points if you can get down to the 15-yard line. It just gives you an opportunity to not be stagnant. And here we go. 28, Summer Creek. Beaumont United, 0 with 1 minute and 24 seconds remaining in the half here in Beaumont, Texas at Memorial Stadium.
Who received the ball first, Marco? Do you remember?
Yes, I do. Beaumont United received the ball first, which means Summer Creek will come back.
So you need to score right here. You got how many timeouts? One? You got one timeout remaining. Yeah, you definitely want to score right here. You want to put 3. You want to put 7. Hopefully 7, but I'll settle for 3. Get some momentum rolling into the second half. So look for Beaumont United to try to put points on the board right here.
Most definitely. Most definitely. All right, here we go. And we getting set for the kickoff here. The kick is up.
Oh,
and it is mishandled.
Wait a minute. Is that another? It's not. I think that may have been
That should have been a
safety because he touched it outside. Yes. Marco, I don't know what you're talking about, Marco. I didn't see nothing, Marco. I didn't see nothing, Marco.
I'm telling you, he caught that ball.
Marco, I didn't see nothing, Marco.
Like the one, and then when he missed it.
I think
But you know what?
I think your eyes playing tricks on you, Marco.
Maybe it didn't actually touch him. Maybe it looked like it touched him, but it didn't.
Right.
And it went in the end zone, which is why they didn't give him that. And here we go, inside handoff right there. And again, look what I told you. When those linemen get their arms on.
Oh, wait a minute. It was a phone. Oh, okay.
No, was he down? Okay.
Yeah, they caught him down.
The referee called him down.
Stood up at the line of scrimmage by 33, Cameron Beaumont of Summer Creek.
No gain right there on that play. Man, that was almost bad if that had come out like that. That was almost bad. As the clock winds down for the Beaumont United Timberwolves, let's see what they do here on 2nd down and 10. Another inside handoff, and the same fate by the same player.
And Morris started at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Clock running, 30 seconds in the half.
I don't mean to be, but right here at the inside handoff, going to the same side, to the same big guy, and the same thing has happened twice.
And I will say one thing, Marco. They are playing. At least they're disguising cover 2 over the top. So I would want to take a deep shot, but they always have that safety help over the top. They got a free and a strong safety at the top. So of course that shot that you want to take isn't quite there.
That's true, and that ends the first half of play there. As the players go into the field house, we see the score is Summer Creek 28, Beaumont United 0. Let's get ready to enjoy our bands for this halftime performance. Summer Creek Band will start, and then you'll have Beaumont United Timberwolf Band. We will be back at the beginning of the 3rd quarter. Let's enjoy the bands.
Marco, I'll see you guys in 28 minutes and counting.
this.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the multi-award-winning Summer Creek High School Starlets. Under the direction of Mrs. Terry Aranda and Stephen D. King, the Charlotte military officers are 3rd Lieutenant Maya Haskins, 2nd Lieutenant Paisley Brown, 1st Lieutenant Olivia Garner, Co-Captain Marley Major, and our Captain Maddie Wilson. Our social officers are Destiny Williams, Yasmin Germain, Ian Small, Olivia Bennett, Lauren Spencer, Isabel Alvo, Jasmine McGruder, Ronnie Bilbo, and Haley Almeida. Our sergeant of the week is Jamia Badger. Our officer of the week is Jasmine McGruder. Manager of the week is Jordan Johnson. This week, the Charlotte's level sponsors are Beatrice Grant Venue, the Law Office of Don Hagen Sr. Our gold level sponsors are Miller Family Dental and K&S Sportswear. And now, for your entertainment, the Starlets will perform a tip routine to Great Balls of Fire by Jerry Lee Lewis. Bulldog fans of all ages, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. We are proud to present the Summer Creek High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Haley Neenzak, Christian Lopez, and Diego Fernandez. The Summer Creek Marching Band will be performing their 2023 show, It's About Time, featuring soloists Tristan Kinney, Michael Lazard, Celia Warden, and Christina Bolster. Selections include music from Bach, Dvorak, Cyndi Lauper, and Beethoven. Tonight's performance is dedicated to all our parents and loyal fans. Our section of the week is the flute. Our band member of the week is Rylan De La Fuenta and Kate Baumgart. Our color guard member of the week is Adriana Perez.
And now Beaumont, get on your feet and make some noise for the Beaumont United Soul of the South Marching Band. Tonight the band presents a show entitled The Greatest of Lauren Hill. Tonight's show includes Killing Me Softly, Can't Take My Eyes Off You, I Love You Baby, X Factor, Everything is Everything. direction of Miss Jada Winter and Miss Anita Travis. Officers are Sheldon Johnson, Captain, Alyssa Harris, First Lieutenant, Ty Dudley, Second Lieutenant, and Elias Cooper, Second Lieutenant.
we go. Testing 1, 2. Oh Lord, Josh might not have turned the board back on.
Kristen, yours gonna sound crazy, but it's all right.
Mic check.
Hold on, wait, let me turn down 13. Turn it down. All right. It's gonna sound crazy in your ear, Kristen, but just you do.
All right, here we go. We're back here at Beaumont United at Beaumont Memorial Stadium in Beaumont, Texas. Oh, listen to me. I got the bubbling lips today. And here we go. We're back with Mr. Cox.
Sir,
What's going on, Chris? How you making it, baby?
I'm making it good. As who is that down the sideline? Looks like
And he reached out. They didn't give it to him, but wow, what a run by Summer Creek Bulldogs.
what a run. I mean, we didn't really catch it too well, but we missed a little bit of time. But we're here.
And we see that hurry-up offense going again, same way that they've been doing all game long. After a big play, hurry up, quarterback keeps the ball, and great stop by Beaumont United to not go for the fake and wrap the quarterback down. Loss of 1 yard on the play. Whew, that was a great stop by the United Timberwolves there.
It was. After hurry up, and then reading the read option correctly, tackling the quarterback. That's an important stop there.
Most definitely, because guess what? On that read option right there, that could have been bad. And great stop again for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Boy, that nose guard was able to get in and disrupt the hole right there, which allowed for the back to not have easy access to the hole in the middle. Brings up a third down. 3rd down and 2 for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Now, it's great to see the United Timberwolves not just giving it up and letting them go in. They're actually fighting it down here in the red zone.
Yeah, absolutely. As they motion to the right.
And we see another stop by the Beaumont United Timberwolves right here, right in their red zone. Man, 4 downs right here in the red zone and stopped by the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Great job on the stops here today for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Keeping them to only a field goal after a very, very long run that set them up for what looked like a possible touchdown, but instead the United Timberwolves fought back and the defense has held them to only 3 points there. Great job on the Beaumont United Timberwolves to hold them that close to the end zone. What you think, Chris?
Absolutely. I mean, even though the score is 31-0, it seems a lot closer than the scoreboard shows. I mean, only some key plays. If you would have had those key plays back, you would be in this game. But it's a lot closer than it might look. And like you said, that big play down the field, but an excellent way to stop them at the goal line. I mean,
most definitely. They got down all the way to the 1. And then they knocked them back a yard, and they just stayed with it to keep them to only getting 3 points. Now, in the first half, it was a lot of things. Penalties really hurt. And that fumble right back here on the 17-yard line, that took a toll out of a lot, big time. But I'll tell you what, it's great to see them with their backs to the wall right there, not allowing to just go in. So now that shows that the defense is fighting and tough. Let's see with this kickoff here if the offense can come and make some things happen. What we noticed in the first half is the offense you'd have a good play, but you couldn't make a bunch of them to keep sustaining the drives because those big boys in the middle right there were just stuffing that defense. I mean, it was just stuffing the offense because they're just so huge.
Yeah. And a lot of drops. I mean, I didn't. There was some drops. Some key drops. And you can't be dropping the ball like that. It's.
Yeah, you're definitely correct. Ooh, right there. handles the ball, pick up of about 5 yards on the play, but that was all that Summer Creek was giving up, and they smothered him, not allowing it. It looked like number 4, Timothy Morris Jr. They smothered him, not allowing him to get really started running. And now we're going to see the United offense for the first time in this second half come on the field. Let's see what Coach Colbert has told them and how they adjusted for this second half here in Beaumont, Texas.
Well, Coach Johnson, what would your thought process be here?
Right now, my thought process would honestly be, I think I would go into what's called a quick pass set. Whereas we do a hurry up, get a couple of quick passes, 5-7 yards, get a quick slant. Try and open up this defense. When I say quick passes, what we've been noticing is the run itself has been stuffed, from the beginning. And to kind of keep them honest enough, it'd be, quick passes. That means quick, bam, quick 5 yard, quick 7 yard, quick. And then get those linebackers to stay home enough to get the run game started. But the way we've been dropping the ball, I can understand being a little squeamish to go for that.
I like you said, being a little bit scared there, which is completely understandable after a few dropped balls. But sometimes you just got to go for it. Sometimes you just got to take that chance.
Yeah, but not when you back to the wall on offense right here. You're on the 8-yard line, and okay, we see Gilbert Anderson stepping in to throw, and the throw was just off. The receiver had turned and was coming actually back to the ball, but it sails out of bounds. Got to bring up a 3rd down and 10 on your own 9-yard line here.
That's something I'd like to see more often, is them trying to get the ball to Ashton there, number 5. He hasn't seen too many passes toward him tonight, maybe, and I think maybe if try to get the ball in one of your playmakers' hands, that's a good opportunity there.
Well, you know what I think what I noticed they're stuffing the run like really, really well. See right there. Oh no! Oh, is it what we think is? It is a safety, folks. Now, what you just saw, that was so weird because he threw the ball. The lineman, which had broken free, hit the ball back to him. And then it's tackled in the end zone for the safety.
Yeah, that's an odd play there. I mean, you don't see it too often. And good awareness from Gilbert there to catch the ball at least and not let them have a touchdown. But unfortunately, in that situation, you're just going to get tackled in the end zone and
got to give up 2 points.
Yep.
And see, in giving up those 2 points, but then what's even worse is the fact that now you have to come and do what's called the safety punt, and you're kicking the ball back to them.
Yep. So now they have an opportunity to go right back and score, even with that 2 points added, which you hate to see it, but it's, like you said, rather 2 points than 6.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I saw when the play developed, the lineman break free and coming through, but looked like they were setting up for a screen. And what ended up happening was the lineman hit that ball, and like you said, it's great awareness by Gilbert to go on ahead and grab that ball. And even if you're going to get hit, like you said, give up 2 points is better than giving up 6. And with 8 minutes and 2 seconds remaining here in the third quarter in Beaumont, Texas at Memorial Stadium, we have Summer Creek 33, Beaumont United 0. And as we line up here for the safety punt, what you notice, the safety punt takes place on the 20-yard line rather than like a kick that actually takes place on the 40-yard line. Kick is up. Kick is handled by Summer Creek and brought back down to the 50-yard line where Summer Creek will take over, be first down and 10, Summer Creek Bulldogs. I'm sure that's not what Coach Colbert expected us to do with the ball, getting it back the first time in the second half.
Yeah, I don't think anybody draws up a play that ends up in a safety. So,
Not at
As
all.
they see it, as he breaks a sack, looks downfield, tucks it, decides to run, gets past another defender, and gets knocked out of bounds after what seems like a 6-yard gain.
Looks like a 6-yard game. Seemed like he was running for a lot more. Took a hard hit right there at the end, but he lowered his shoulder and he's back up and back into play. These Summer Creek kids are really, really tough. They are, they're what we've seen a lot today is they're laying the shoulder down too and getting those extra couple of yards that it takes just from that grinding and grueling.
As he throws it just off the hands of the receiver, a little bit too high there. And last play you saw him spin out of that sack, and you've been seeing that like a lot of times this game for them spinning out of tackles. It's been a hard time it's hard to tackle in general, but tackling these Summer Creek players is an extremely hard job here.
Yes, most definitely. What you've noticed is they are very, very shifty. Either they can spin out of it or they can shift out of it, but the one thing that you see is they keep their feet moving constantly, which means, hey, they're giving themselves an opportunity to keep running. You got 3rd down and 9 here for Summer Creek Bulldogs. Look, the option. He pitches, gets around that corner, and has great blocking by the receiver right there, which allows him to get past and way past the 1st down marker.
That's something that coaches love to see is the hustle there for the receiver to get that block. That gets them an extra chunk yards there. So,
and we see them go with the what? Another hurry-up offense, and pass almost intercepted right there. The ball was right there in his hands, and, he hit it right. Oof, that would have been a great way to uplift. But it looks like we had a flag on the play. Loss of 10 on the play. That must have been holding there, folks. That's the only thing that's going to give you you go back to the 1st down, but you lost 10 yards, so it had to be holding there. And so now to be a 1st down and 20, which negates that long run. And we see the speed to come around the edge and the elusiveness for two of the Beaumont United defenders to miss the tackle, and then he got around the edge, picked up around 8 yards on that carry. Bring up a 2nd down and 12 here. Let's see what they do. They go trips up top and look like inside handoff, and they run it to the short side. Run it to the wide side, and great job by Beaumont United to get on it. And it looks like we got an injured player here.
I like the tempo that Summer Creek's been playing with. It's kind of hard to do that for a chunk of the game. And seeing them come out with the tempo, it's definitely making this defense tired.
Well, what we've been noticing with them all game long is they get a big play, then they go to that hurry up, whereas the defense can't get set, and man, that quarterback takes off here, going up, quarterback using his speed and getting out of bounds after getting all the way down to the 12-yard line. We see right here, when you have all the coverage covered, you still have to cover the quarterback. Somebody has to stay home.
The defensive ends, they got around to him. As they pitch it, another option play, almost breaks a tackle, lunges forward, down about the 8-yard line there.
And that's one thing you can see. They know when to pitch it. When you make that end bite, then that's when you pitch it out. And, they're using their speed to get around the corner and around the edge and getting great positive yardage on that. Looked like he had gotten more than that, but it was a gain of 4 yards. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 here in Beaumont, Texas. And they fake the Wildcat and go inside, and you can see he's still moving the pile all the way down to the 2-yard line. Yeah, you see that? He was right there in the middle of the pile and still moving the pile.
Yep, still turning them legs. That's how you keep the play going.
And you can see what they're doing. Touchdown, Summer Creek. But the flag will be too many men on the field for Beaumont United because Big number 99 was trying to get off the field, and it's something you see in the pros that happen a whole lot more than you do in high school. But coaches in high school, when they run that hurry up and you're trying to change people out, then what happens is they go ahead and snap the ball before everybody gets off the field. And if you have other players still running off the field, when they snap that ball, then that's 12 men on the field.
And you see a lot of teams, when that happens, they'll take a deep shot downfield. You know, it's a free play, so no matter what happens, if you throw an interception, you get the ball back. You know,
right.
So, they tend to throw the ball deep downfield and let one of the receivers go up and get it. Now, in this situation, of course, you know, they just ran it in the end zone, so they're just going to decline that penalty. But certainly smart there on the quarterback there to see that and get that ball out.
Oh, most definitely. With 4 minutes, 54 seconds remaining after that touchdown and extra point, we see here in Beaumont, Texas, Summer Creek 40, Beaumont United 0.
Did you get a chance to see the band at halftime, Coach Johnson?
Actually, I did not.
Well, me, I was watching. I had to check them out. They had me dancing, you know, doing my little dance. You know, I don't dance very often, but you know, they had me hyped up. I think they did a very good job. You know, shout out to the BU band. You know, a great job out there to all our band students. And
so hold on, Chris. Yeah, I hear right. They had you out there dancing.
Hey, not me out on the field now. No, I wasn't out there on the field.
Oh man, I was about to say, wait a minute, and you didn't give me a heads up before you went out there.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm okay with being behind the cameras here in the booth with you, but no need for me to be in front of the cameras now.
Let me find out, Chris. Let me find out. And the kickoff is up, mishandled right there by, is that number 13? It'll be the Beaumont United and Timberwolves, but I think Kadarius White, but he was going for a fair catch, so as soon as he did catch it, he could not advance it. And they'll take over on their own 5-yard line. Ooh, back is really against the wall there.
Trying to have a steady drive, you know, like you said earlier, you know, they've had one big play and then they haven't really been able to turn anything out of it. And hopefully here, you know, they can get something started, you know, try to kickstart, like you said, that short passing game, try to go quick here. I mean, you don't have a lot of time left to come back. You got to kind of got to go fast here. So, but 95 yards is a huge feat to accomplish.
Well, you know, one thing about it is when you're right here, you have to be really, really choosy with the play calls that you make, because like this right here can definitely happen in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out of the 11 Summer Creek Bulldogs were on that play. So look at it. You end up losing 3 yards on that play. Now you're on the 2. And remember, last time we were right back here was when that play happened.
Yeah, that infamous safety. You know, certainly I think they might not run those screens here, but you got to be cautious of that safety. Like you said, you know, you're in your own end zone, so it's always scary. You know, you try to get the ball out of your end zone there.
And we see Summer Creek bringing the house. Pass intended for number 7. And incomplete. He was out of bounds. Bring up a 3rd down and 13 here for the Beaumont United Timberwolves. Now, you know, when you asked, and like I said, I would do, if it was me, I would look at doing a series of quick pass, you know, short quick passes, just to get our backs from on this wall right here, because as you can see, the defense is just keying in and coming through your line. So what you got to do is you got to go for those quick slants, quick cross routes. Quick, that means up, throw. And then if you could get those synchronized quick routes going, we see we have a timeout, Beaumont United and Timberwolves. It doesn't give the defense a chance. And then you do it, hurry up. As soon as he's tackled, y'all run up on the ball, quick pass. And see if you can actually take this defense off of
They're standard.
Yeah, because they're just keying in and just running through you right now. Right now, they're not guessing at anything.
Yeah, it seems like they know exactly what BU is going to do, and a thing that Summer Creek's offense has been doing all night is motion. A lot of the times, they've been motioning either a back, from the slot, they'll motion it back into the backfield, or they'll motion a guy across, and I think that's along with the option. That's hard to read as a defense for Beaumont United. I think if Beaumont United tried to incorporate a little bit more, maybe some motions, I think they could try to. That defense would be able to, get a misread.
Yeah, and then maybe even if you just go into a different set. It looks like the Summer Creek Bulldogs, like you say, it's like they're right inside the playbook. Can't even say the huddle because there's no huddle happening. It's like they're, right inside the playbook. But what they're doing is just overloading the line itself. And these defensive players, these defensive linemen for Summer Creek must be really strong. And we see, flag against Beaumont United. Might be a false start. And that'll bring them back half the distance to the goal. Bring them back to the 1 yard line now.
That brings up a 3rd and 14 with 3 minutes 58 seconds left in the third quarter as the clock starts. They run what seems like a similar formation as to the last play. He looks left, has pressure as he throws, caught, pass, almost breaks a tackle, and just a 2-yard gain that would bring up 4th down.
Yes, that will bring up a 4th down and pick up of 6. Bring up a 4th down and 8. Got to punt it out of here. And it's the way when we've noticed on the punts, we've noticed that Summer Creek has been getting through. Got to hold a little.